what you see on screen right now is a shop called perfectanthem.com, and it's a Shopify shop. Somebody's already bought the domain and they're obviously selling it. Unfortunately, I didn't catch how much it's going for, but that's besides the point. What I'd like to talk about is this website is for sale. Now let's go back a little bit. Why would anybody set up a Shopify website? To make money, right? And now it's for sale for below $1,000, I think. And what I'm about to point out defies the fact that somebody would sell a money making website for $1,000. Maybe they're tired of it, maybe they don't want it anymore, but I just feel that there's something scammy about this, and I'll walk you through it. So right now I'm on the tracking page. It's pretty well laid out. You know, it's got a pathetic logo, which isn't. It's not even a logo. It's like words and images put together. Very shoddy. This obviously wasn't a working website. If somebody, I know I've seen terrible logos, but come on, this is the first. This for me is the first red flag. The second flag for me is they do have pop-ups which are indicating that this website is making sales while it's on sale. All right, that's rather interesting because why is it on sale if I was getting pop-ups to say so and so in San Francisco has bought a cab, so and so in Boston has bought a watch, and so on and so on. So that's the second red flag for me, that why sell something for money when it's making you money? All right, it defies logic. It just doesn't make sense. So what I'm going to try to do is put something into a shopping cart and see what happens. The images are pretty standard. They're not, they're not um, something I would say was worked on really well, because you can get all these off AliExpress. So to me, it also signals that this site, which they claim was making a lot of money, did not have to do too much work to make that money. So why is it on sale for so cheap? Anyway, let's see how this works. So all right, so everything seems to be working fine on the back end. You can either choose to pay by PayPal. Oopsie, I didn't mean to actually buy something. Okay, I don't have to. All right, so at the end of the day, it's a pity that pop-ups didn't come up when I was doing this video, but you'll get my point. If you open a Shopify store, suddenly you will get all these shops that are for sale, and they are, dirt cheap. Somebody's getting rid of it. And another thing I don't get is, if you're selling something like a Shopify store, don't you want to explain why you're selling it off? If it's already making you money, why are you selling it off? So that's the third red flag for me. It was just like, something looks a bit off here. So why I'm doing this video is because people are so hungry for Shopify. People are so hungry to get into Shopify and get drop shipping, because there's so many success stories on YouTube and so on and so on. And I see a lot of people falling for tricks like this. This is a trick, and I'll call it out that way, because one, setting up a shop is not the easiest task to do if you want to do it right. Secondly, you never know what products to populate your shop with, and this is very enticing because it already comes populated with products. What if there's gonna be a lot of handover takeover on this side, because you want to get all the back end information on who the suppliers are linked to, and you'll have to get your PayPal account reassociated to your account. So there's a lot of switch over that will have to go through, which I'm afraid, if you're a novice at what that is, you could be tricked into buying a website, promoting stuff that's on it, and the money goes into somebody else's account. So I'm very, very skeptical about these sites that are for sale. I'm not saying they're all fake, but from what I'm seeing, all the products are pulled off Alibaba, and there are no custom images to show if something's been going on here. I mean, and it just doesn't feel right. So if you're new to Shopify, I would say tread with caution, go carefully, and don't just jump into buying uh, these cool looking websites already with products, because honestly, when you look at it, if I'm still thinking about starting a Shopify store and then I come across a site that is for sale, the first thing I might want to do, if I have no idea what products to put on, is possibly just duplicating this. So my point is that imagine how many more sites out there from non-creatives are out there with this wavering, which is featured on YouTube by some Shopify store guru, expert, breaking down how to market stuff. So I would say trade with caution. Shopify can be a slippery slope, and consult somebody who's done it and who's successful and get hands-on advice into it. But mostly do your own research and see how things work, and how you go about it. Alrighty then, this has been Victor on the Let Me Explain show, and I hope you found this useful and won't fall into the Shopify business. I'm out.